Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some fun things to go and showcase over here. Number one, in regards to the PlayStation 5 Pro is actually going to be insane, apparently for the upcoming Battlefield 6. We also have some Battlefield 6 gameplay. I'm going to show you guys over here literally right now in the background over here, and on over here, and also from Jack Frag. So just going to give you guys a little shout out for that one. And as we kind of do in our intro, let me go and show you guys up some gameplay because this game is looking phenomenal. So subscribe if you guys are new, subscribe if you guys are, I don't know, people, like if you're not like a robot, it'd be cool to have you in my community. And if you are a robot, I think half the internet is at this point. So I guess, hello, like arigato, I don't know, like whatever people say. But hi. So first and foremost, if you guys have missed it, Battlefield 6 is kind of coming out swinging. So I'll kind of give you guys my first, I guess, thoughts on this one. As you guys can also see, there will be some early access, open betas, and all that coming out very soon. And my first kind of thoughts before we fully dive into this, are you guys excited? I feel like we haven't had a good Battlefield in a while. I actually liked Battlefield 2042, I'm gonna be honest with everyone. And although people had their criticisms, I think they're mostly right, I enjoyed the experience. I kind of like the idea of an arcade shooter type style game, and I've always enjoyed Battlefield a little bit more because I like the idea of like destructible environments. I like the fact that like it's a little bit more chaotic. You have these like, helicopters, tanks, boats, whatever. I've always enjoyed that. And as well, one of my favorite games is Battlefield Bad Company 2. You kind of just explore the world, you're doing these covert ops, like you're doing cool stuff. And I think that's really cool. I think that's really, really cool. And that's what a lot of people are comparing this Battlefield game to. A little bit more on the Battlefield Bad Company 2 vibe, and I think that is something very, very important. Now, graphically wise, this game is looking great. Just overall gameplay wise, it does seem a little bit more on like the faster pace side. I'm trying to just show you guys some gameplay over here on these pauses, but like it's cool. I think so far most people have the overall general, like they like the game. We need a mix up. Call of Duty has not been doing this well this year. Let me be honest with y'all, like I'm sure it's sold well and it's always the #1 seller and people always play it, but the longevities for these games keep on going down faster and faster and faster, to the point where like people are like, what's the point of playing Call of Duty? I can play it on Game Pass, or whatever it might be. Battlefield, though, I'm kind of getting a little excited for, to be honest with y'all. So what I actually might go and do to mix it up a little bit on this one, we do have like a good article over here discussing everything, but I'm just gonna maybe let the gameplay go and play, and you guys can see me kind of just re-reference it on the other monitor, because I think this game's looking good. Once again, this kind of just reminds me of Battlefield Bad Company 2, a nice, properly ran, big open world map style game, and this is what I like, dude. This is what I like. We need something to compete with Call of Duty. Anyway, PS5 Pro players, though, if anyone wants to know, this is a PS5 Pro enhanced game. Now, is that a little weird because you're in theory going to probably get more frames? A little pay to win a little bit, slightly better game. It is what it is, but that's okay. That's fine. I mean, PC players kind of go through that same thing overall, and if you got some skill, it should be fine. But basically, PS5 Pro players will be delighted to note that Battlefield 6 basically is coming out very, very soon, is going to have the best frame rates on the PS5 Pro. So back in May, it was reported that EA planned to offer 120 FPS support for the PS5 Pro, and with all these now, NDA is now over for the game because, they flew people out, they got gameplay, you can see some right here. Battlefield now has also confirmed the news. So if you guys are a console user, I know a lot of you guys are, this is going to be the game, well, to play on the PS5 Pro, especially if you like FPSs and first-person shooters or third-person, whatever you guys want to say, because you're driving around a tank itself. So we don't have the full list of enhancements yet. They haven't revealed these. Like, we're just getting early information. They're kind of on their hype cycle. And like I said, everything for this game is looking good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Graphically, it might be a little, like, gray-scaled out. Not the best. I'll keep it $150, but, like, it's okay. Like, as long as other maps have different environments and it seems okay, like, this just looks like Battlefield. And is that really a bad thing? I don't think so, because I think the last Battlefield went relatively well, in my opinion. The game itself, had cool destructive environments, it played pretty well. It could have been better, yeah, don't get me wrong, but it is what it is. So they also will say, playtesters are now sharing their experience on everything so far, and they're also saying that the performance mode can go up to 120 FPS on the PS5 Pro. Bear in mind, this is on a huge map. Like, as you guys can literally see from the gameplay in front of us. Huge map. Out, like, background details, you have tanks flying around, you have smoke over there. Like, you're going to have a bunch of people on these mini-maps everywhere. This is all good stuff. Like, for 120 FPS on an FPS game, that's great. Now, we're not sure how the PS5 performance is going to go, though. I do know a lot of people have not upgraded, may not even want to upgrade. Completely understandable, totally go and get it. But for me, at least, I'm excited for this. Even if it's only a 60 FPS game, or maybe we'll have a way lower, maybe like a 1080, like 120 to match the experience, like maybe less shadows and details and all of that. That's fine. But either way, performance-wise, I think I'm kind of been a fan for it. So what they're going saying too as well, and kind of like these are the rough numbers, we have to wait for it to be out to the public. We'll know probably in like a week with the open beta being fully done. They're saying the base PS5 playtesters are saying that it does at least hit 60 FPS in fidelity mode. That's good. So, the high, nice quality stuff. Then in performance mode on the baseline PS5 will still go over 80 FPS. So like I said, we're gonna have to see how the other maps load, how it will run on every console, day one consoles, whatever. Like you give me at least 60 FPS, I'm mostly fine. You give me 80 or at least sometimes 80 FPS on a baseline PS5, I'm cool with that. You go give me 120 on a Pro, it is a little bit pay to win, but whatever, you spend the extra money on it, you have the extra AI, maybe even better PSSR integrations for things like these shadow effects or render distance. I mean, it is technically a better console, and as I mentioned, a lot of PC users are the same boat. Like some people on PC have mediocre console or like PCs and stuff. It's fine, it happens. But so kind of get back on the Battlefield side. So the PS5 Pro, this should be going good. If you have a PS5 Pro and you like FPS games, get Battlefield. Well, I'm not sponsored, so I mean, do whatever you want with your money. But like, it's looking good. Everything we saw so far is looking kind of solid. If you guys want to maybe see another map, like there's a lot of tank gameplay over here from Jack Frag. So like I said, shout out to them an hour ago. But there's other people out here too who also have other like more in-depth gameplay. You guys can kind of maybe see on different maps and stuff. Maybe over here. Like this looks good, dude. Like, I mean, this really just does seem like Battlefield with a slightly different UI too as well. And I think they're doing everything else, just from my side apps, I think they're doing everything else right. Like, I think they're allowing custom maps. So think like how Halo used to have Halo Forge. I think they're allowing that now on Battlefield. So they're going to allow people to go have like custom maps. I'm not sure so much about custom game modes. Either way, that does add a lot of longevity for a game. Like, to me, that's a win. I like seeing that. On top of that, I think you also get experience on that. That's a dub. The game itself, too, is going to have all these open betas. You can stream it, you can play it, you can talk about it. Also a dub, because they probably are assuming the game's decent if they don't mind showing off so much gameplay. Right now, I think this looks sick. Like, I think the game itself looks good. Now, once again, though, these colors are a little bit crazy. This looks very orange, and the other map was very grayed out. So it is a little bit of a throw-off over here, like the colors. This might be nice for the PS5 Pro, too, as well. Mainly because, like, you can, it kind of gets a little extra rendering on these shadows, a little extra rendering on the colors, a little extra rendering on the smoke. And it's a big deal for it. So that might be another good reason for a PS5 Pro user to go play the game, buy the game, etc. But, like, these are just general game comments. Like, I don't know, this doesn't look bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm liking these effects. And apparently you can go and destroy buildings. Once again, as I said, Battlefield Bad Company 2 is like one of my favorite games. So being able to have that destructive environment, it makes the gameplay experience feel different every single time. And I love it, dude. I absolutely love this type of stuff. So I want to hear maybe your thoughts. Like, are you guys excited for a brand new Battlefield? Are you guys going to pick it up or at least check out the open beta? If you think the Pro performance is a little bit too hardcore, maybe some people may even think that's pay to win. I'm kind of okay with it. Like, you spend the extra money on it, why not? And overall, I just want to hear your thoughts and comments on the game because I think it does look very nice. Some of the other older Battlefields are kind of hit or miss. I think most people are basically saying Battlefield's probably the only game out there that can really compete with Call of Duty. And I've always been surprised that, well, PlayStation never bought Battlefield or, EA itself, because that's probably one of the best companies to compete with Activision. They're not going to be a one-to-one. Obviously, Activision's pretty big. Same with Call of Duty Mobile, World of Warcraft, whatever. That's something I've always considered. But either way, it does look like they listened to the community. Had a lot of really good community feedback. I think there's small changes that I'm seeing, even like the player cam right there to see who you're about to respond into. That's really cool. I like that. And like the game itself feels like Battlefield, but a little bit more next gen. Like the next gen Battlefield finally is coming out. I like it. So give me your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I appreciate y'all so much for watching here in the first place.